All right, here we are. I really didn't want to have to shoot this video, but I'm doing it to be honest and transparent here. And today is an absolutely devastating, horrible day. And this is what I'm realizing is kind of the issue with margin is the extreme buying power. And today overall, so real quick, overall in the month I was down just $36. And that's not great, but it's practically break even on the month. So having today being down, let me just show you right now. Today we were down 895. Really bad. And I'm gonna get into the trades here in a sec, but this is what is so horrible about this. Of course, the margin, right? The margin is a great thing, obviously, but you've got to use it with extreme responsibility. And for me, today started off not great, but it wasn't anything bad. I was down a little bit. Let's look at this real quick. Intraday balance here. So I started off down up 11, down 83, and just hung out around in this area all the way down to I was down 307, which I thought was pretty bad at the time, which it was, and was able to work it all the way up to negative 92. So I was doing slightly okay, like recovering throughout the day. And I guess because it was the end of the month, I wanted to make sure I was green. And because of that, I kept trading and trading and trading. Once again, traded way too much. And found myself just constantly trying to fight through it instead of just calling it quits for the day, calling it what it was. And instead kept trading. So anyways, it's so frustrating because here we have two movers today. CAAS, okay? And all day today it was just didn't do much, right? It just moved sideways. It was our pre-market mover, hit its highs, right? And from the start I was watching it, it faded, and I didn't trade it that much, and saw it just kept fading. And then went up a little bit and just traded sideways for such a long time. So I never really even looked at that much as far as trading it. I just figured, hey, it's not moving like I like it to, so left it. And then around, I guess this is kind of the thing trading later into the day is that right around what 216, this thing just starts ripping up kind of out of nowhere. And I mean, look at this massive candle right here, 757 to 841. So huge, like this huge turnaround on this thing. And so when I saw that, it's like, all right, I'm going in on this one, and made some decent moves on here. Now it did get tricky in here when we kind of hit a high resistance 923. I faded fast. I got trapped right here, and it turned around and moved up again, and so this was a huge move that I kind of chased into. It was crazy because it wasn't doing anything all day, and then kind of out of nowhere it just explodes. And because of that explosion, look what happens. OBLG decided to just start ripping up out of nowhere, and this thing was moving hard. So it started ripping up, and it went into its first halt. And so I saw that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to trade it right out of the halt because it might just fade right back down, so I'll let it be. And but I watched it. I decided to watch it after that halt. It went down. Once I saw it start wanting to break past that halt high, then I jumped in. So I did have some, once again, some good moves in here. But where got disastrous was I just, because of the strength of this thing, I really just wanted to get more and more aggressive on it to get myself green on the day. And where it turned real bad is I just started hitting bigger share size. And the other thing too is this was getting into a higher price stock, so it was what at its peak, like around, yeah, right in 12. And so I was taking 600 share size, and I hit my speed key like twice or three times on it, right in here for this next big move up. And it hit its high, and I think I got in right around this area. And of course it went down. I decided to just, cut losses on it and left at 10.56. And, it was a bad loss right there. But the thing was, it wasn't necessarily the percentage wise, like sure, that was a pretty big drop. But the problem was it took such big share size on it that it just completely destroyed me. So let me go to my, look at this. So these were all the trades today, and I had to scroll through and look through these. And the biggest one, man, this was the one that just ate me alive right here. 892. That's what that was the loss on it. So just crazy. Yeah, 565 shares. So actually we were at 300 total. This was part of it. There's 600 there, and then there's 600 there too. And here's another one. So there was three, and that is what left to my demise. And so once again, like I said, just doing this to be honest, transparent, and I really didn't want to shoot this video today. We're gonna have to shake it off and start the new month, and I can't let this mentality wear into the next month. And it's time to just clear the slate and start fresh, and just having the mentality to move forward, but also remembering where I screwed up. And so right here we have, I'll just wrap it up here. This was that running balance throughout the day, like I went through. At one point it was down 1647, which was the all-time low there, and worked it up to 1,000. So dug out of it a little bit, but obviously it was such a deep hole that was not good. And so here is the month. Here we are, rocking sideways for a long time, dipping down, then making this awesome progress all the way up. A high of 811. And just within those last 3-4 days, just destroyed everything. It's crazy. So once again, frustrated and pissed at myself, but gotta learn from it. And granted, I will say that on this progress here, this was without margin. I didn't have the margin account as of yet. So technically these could have been bigger gains had I been trading the exact same setup with the margin account, but this is obviously what can happen. So take note. I hope this doesn't happen to anyone else, but hey, this is part of the game, and it's learning from your mistakes and trying to move forward. But that's where I'm gonna leave it with you guys today, and hopefully you guys finish the month strong. I'd love to know what you guys ended up with on the month as far as your numbers, where you're sitting. and it's hard to admit your mistakes and show your losses too. But once again, this is part of the journey, so I gotta document it. That's it for today, and we'll see you tomorrow on the new month, December. Planning on turning things around, so we'll see you then. Take care, and have a good one.